Hello everyone, my name is Joshua Winkins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to go over how to create some basic and some unique titles in Final Cut Pro 10. I'm not going to go over anything super special, but I'm going to go over a lot of things you can do with the text that I personally did not know when I started out. Now first of all, I want to go over a couple plugins, just very briefly. Another very unique title is the smoke title effect. This one, I don't really use that much, but it's definitely a common one. I'm sure tons of people use it. As well as glitch titles right here. I went over this effect in my top 5 must-have plugins. But this glitch title and the smoke title are both from the same website, as well as motion blur and adjustment layers, because they technically are titles. But all of those are going to be in the description, the link to the website. They're all downloaded from the same website, and don't worry, they're all free. So I'm going to go over first, literally as you can see right here, there is a massive library of Final Cut Pro 10 text effects, and again you want to go up, click this right here to go ahead and find all your different text, and here's where all the text is going to be. And like I said before, there are a whole bunch of different text. But we're going to go over this one first. It's just called basic title. Now as you can see, literally just says basic title. There's nothing special about it, and most people will just be happy with maybe just using this simple basic title effect. Now I knew you could do a lot of editing with it in terms of text in Final Cut Pro, but there are a couple things that I didn't know you could actually do. Let's just say FCPX for Final Cut Pro 10. If you did not know, that's what it stands for. So as you can see, there we go. We just literally just typed in anything you want, and you want to go over here. You want to make sure you're right here. You could also go here, but this is for a whole bunch of different stuff. There's some text plugins that actually require you to be in this panel, but you're going to want to be in this panel right here. So go make sure you're in the effects panel right here. Make sure you're clicked onto the text, and then head over here, and you can start typing in any type of text you want. Now let's go over a couple of small things here, or I should say small, a lot of big things. Okay, so right here you have font. Now the font that I honestly use a lot is called Futura, so I'll click on here, the font, and then after you have font, you can go ahead and choose from these different things. I like to use condensed extra bold. That's the effect that I personally like. And of course, you can increase the size to obviously as big as you want to. That's all up to you. So there you go. You can edit the text here, and here are the different fonts. And here you can adjust the size, and of course you can adjust the alignment if you want to. Probably most people just want it centered. You could also mess with the vertical alignment too. It's all up to you. I don't know if there's a recommended one, but you can go ahead and mess with that. You can go ahead and mess with the line spacing. I think there are definitely some times where some text may not work. I think this one might not work, but you can mess with line spacing if you want. You can mess with tracking. I'll go over keyframing in a second. I believe you can do with this. Again, maybe not all texts are gonna work, but this is pretty much the basics. You can put in caps, the cap size. You can mess with a whole bunch of different effects here. You could mess with the position if you want to, and now you could go ahead and go on here. Now this is the thing that I did not realize. I thought you couldn't change the color of the text in Final Cut Pro 10. Turns out I was wrong. So go ahead and click on show. As you can see, you could mess with the opacity if you want to, but here's the most important part. Right here you want to click on here, and there you go. You can change the color to whatever you want. This I honestly did not know you could do. I thought you could not change the color of the text, but you can right here on face. Now you can go ahead and click on outline. As you can see right here, you can click on glow, drop shadow. Let's go ahead and press show, and it's literally the exact same thing as the top part. You can go ahead and mess with the opacity, as well as you can mess with the color for the glow, drop shadow, and outline. But that's how you change the color of the text is in face. Now a couple of things that I want to go over too is right here. I mean, you could also mess with it in this effects panel right here, but you could go right here to the transform tool. Now there you go. Now you can move the text to wherever you want it. Just make sure you're right here and you are selected on the transform tool. And of course you can move it around wherever you want to. Now you could also mess with crop. I'm not quite sure why you'd want to crop, because you could just edit it right here, but you can also mess with the distort tool. As you can see, you can distort the text however you want to. It's all up to you. This is basically, I'm just messing with it, but as you can see, you can mess with it. I've done this a lot, as you can see in all of my old Final Cut Pro 10 thumbnails. I basically just use Futura, condense bold, and then what's it called, condense extra bold, and then I went over here. I messed with the transform tool to position it in different places, but I went over here to the distort tool, and then I just distorted the text to however you would like it. Now, a couple of things you probably could do. I'll go ahead and try and see if this works. Like I said before, not all text may not work, but let's try to keyframe this. Again, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's try this. Let's try the position, and it honestly might be, you might not be able to actually keyframe it. If you actually have any suggestions, definitely go ahead and comment it down below. But as you can see right here, it looks like you're not actually, well, actually, I'm wrong on that. I thought that said keyframing. It's not. Maybe you could go over here. Let's try this. I have no idea. Maybe let's I'm learning just like you are. I'm no professional at this, but I'm honestly interested. What if I keyframe, let's say we keyframed it at the beginning. I'm honestly interested. And now let's go ahead and move it at the end, and let's keyframe. Yeah, it looks like keyframing might actually work. So there we go. Now we keyframed it, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and watch it and see. There we go. A little bit laggy. That's probably because my computer, like I said before, is not the fastest, but you could probably also keyframe it. Let's see, you could make it bigger, smaller, but keyframing is something you could definitely mess with. There are a whole bunch of animated titles you could use, but you could go ahead and skip the keyframe the position. Just make sure you start at the beginning, press on the keyframe, go to the end, and then scale it, position it, or wherever you want it to be. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it incredibly informative and incredibly helpful. Giving away a Google Home Mini once I reach 1,000 subscribers. New Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials almost every single day. See you guys in the next one. Peace.